I would like to preface, it's a really big honor to be back here again, particularly because April 2016, there's not the whole, crypto is a brand new kind of concept still, and it was like the prices were very low. It's before the halvening of 3 years ago and stuff like that. So it was still very tight-knit community, and it's just really incredible that we're still here today and continue to steam on and ever stronger and ever smarter, more powerful about the cryptocurrency space. The world is closer together. I'm sure there's so many people here who came from other places of the world and stuff like that. So nothing else that I've ever imagined like cryptocurrency bringing the world together. So yeah, I traded stocks on Wall Street, became a software developer exclusively, then discovered Bitcoin on vacation. Well, rediscovered Bitcoin. I seen it when it was a 50K market cap, but I was trading Citibank shares and doing $3 million of daily volume. So Bitcoin at 50K market, 50K daily volume was not so interesting for trading. But then when I rediscovered Bitcoin and the ability to buy stuff from far away, that's what enticed me. That's what changed my whole life about Bitcoin. So I bought 10 of them for $1,000, and then they tripled like 2 months later, and then it really caught my attention then. And then I just started digging and digging, moved to San Francisco, and then started a project called Safex. And so basically, all of us in the world, we trade, whether it's a container ship full with the cars or coffee beans, or we just buy the 1 cup of coffee, right? We are all trading all the time. So the #1 important thing for currency is engaging in trade. Of course, there's all kind of financial speculation tools with all this advanced kind of machinery that we've discovered that is possible. But I like to focus more primarily on the things we are using every day and the things that we like. Things like pop culture and those kind of things like paintings or t-shirts, things that capture the moment of the time, as well as those resources that we need, things like metal, things like coffee, things like grains, and those kind of stuff. So all of those sort of, yeah, they're materialistic, but they kind of keep us, they keep us fresh. I mean, not everybody's wearing a 10 years old t-shirt, right? So I guess it's all of that is relevant. So in the world, everyone is trading all the time. But there are dragons out there in our world of trading, right? For example, when we use Bitcoin, let's say I want to buy a cup of coffee and it costs, let's say, 10,000 Satoshis, and then, or 100,000 Satoshis. And then you have 100 Bitcoin on your wallet and you send the 100,000 Satoshis. Well, whoever you're sending it to will then also know that you have this 100 Bitcoin, and now they know your face, they know, or maybe they know where you live, they know where they shipped the product to, and they know your total balance. So that was one of the first flaws that I saw in crypto space was exactly this, the fact that your balances are not obfuscated in any way, shape, or form. So a friend of mine, we were out for a beer. A few hours later, after we split up, he's calling me, he lost 4,000 Bitcoins, and then I'm wondering why. He had all his Bitcoins in one wallet, and when he would go and buy a t-shirt from somebody for, you know, a quarter of a Bitcoin or whatever, and the price was at the time, he's sending a 4,000 and then getting the change, and just to pay like this quarter. So God knows how many people wanted to rob him. So then that immediate moment, I realized, wow, so if we wanted to do reliable commerce, we would need a way to, when I go and pay coffee at the point of sales machine, the teller doesn't know what's in my bank account. So cryptocurrency should work exactly that same way as well. So that's like the dragon there. And then the other dragon is that you have these e-commerce, bless you, you have these e-commerce platforms, and but like Amazon is mostly Europe, mostly North America and stuff like that. Taobao is mainly China. Mercado Libre is purely South America. So these are all siloed e-commerce platforms. However, also Amazon fees are extremely high, and they grow exponentially in some circumstances when you're using their procurement kind of services, storing stuff in warehouses. Taobao, they're charging interest, withholding money. You have to use Alipay. You have multiple hops with everything that you do when you're in those e-commerce platforms. And Mercado Libre, just like, when you put your product in a certain category, there's a certain kind of fee and all kind of, like, if something's highly profitable and there's volumes, their fees are gonna just eat through it. On top of that, all these platforms are competing against their own users. So because they are able to censor, they don't have to just just make your stuff not appear on the top of search, or target what you're targeting and then undercut you by using some algorithmic way to influence buyers to not buy the other person's product, but for the centralized operator's product. So these are the kind of dragons we want to address. So the way to do that, so how do we kill this dragon, right? So the Safex team, that's something that I started in 2015. I launched a cryptocurrency on the using the Omni protocol, so similar to the exact same protocol that Tether is using. I issued 2.147 billion tokens, and I sold 99% of them to a random group of people in 2015, and then for $50,000. So at the time it was like 200 bitcoins, and at that time it was a choice between launching on MateSafe or on Ethereum. Then the group discussed and voted to not put on either of those platforms, but to build our own platform that is special purpose, that addresses those issues of the dragon. So today, from 50,000 bucks, we pretty much built a very massive community. We were delisted from Bittrex and stuff like that, so who cares about Bittrex? But we did manage to reach a 350 million valuation on the idea eventually. And with some of the precipitate from that, a huge open source software community emerged. We have developers now, many of them. We have repos. You could check the GitHub at Safex. And so we built the Decentralized Marketplace. So we took a fork of Monero, which is a fork of Bitcoin, which is a fork of the crypto note. So basically, inside the crypto note protocol, there's ability to create effectively smart contracts into the consensus software of that implementation. Let's call it like this. So basically, we took this crypto note and we expanded the foundational layer to be able to put some templates for buying and making a sell offer and being able to buy it and then interacting with that sell offer. So basically, people make accounts and then they're able to sell things where they put the description and maybe links to the pictures and put the price and those sorts of things. And then another person can then interact with it. And essentially it's a contract, right? And so when you want to engage with it, you see all the terms. Is there escrow enabled? How is the price fixed? Is there a price peg connected to it? What is the feedback of this user? So this is the thing that we developed. So basically, anonymous transactions, accounts, reputation, escrow, and the ability to curate product lists. So people can sell items either independently, or perhaps you're good in marketing a product and you want to advertise other people's products. And so they can submit their products to your marketplace. So they promote it. That person will promote your products, and then obviously you can arrange some kind of split. And then the platform, there's a 5% flat fixed fee, which is distributed to those tokens which were issued in 2015. So of which I sold 99% of, which I own 1% of. And then obviously there's a decentralized consensus, so you don't have that kind of censorship ability. There's no master nodes, there's no centralized control. Everything is proof of work mining. So that's how we established the decentralized marketplace. And as a result, it is my belief that we can achieve a world peace on an unprecedented level, because the same way in the past that monarchs would and nobility would marry to other nations to create some kind of alliance, the same way we do with trade today. When you trade with another country, you become reliant on that country and its people to produce those products that your country wants and needs. So if we make it the barrier to entry near zero and the ability to be able to buy and sell literally anything, because that's culture and you can't really judge people's culture. Buying marijuana in Amsterdam is okay, but buying marijuana in Singapore will lead you to death. So you need something that's censorship free, otherwise you can't actually cover the whole range of human existence. So that's why I believe that we are able to establish the world marketplace using a blockchain that you can't mess with. It has decentralized currency that is produced through proof of work, and there's no barrier, there's no restriction. You go through a wallet, you list your item, and you can interact with the globe like that. So thank you very much for listening. Yeah. And
I have a question.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take some questions.
So Safex is launched. You can use this marketplace now?
So we have a demo marketplace that we published in May 27th or so. Oh, sorry. Hey, yeah. So we published a demo in May 27th, and currently we're kind of like finalizing and putting together this thing, and the target is to release it by October 15th.
Thanks for the presentation, learned a lot. DEXs are definitely on the rise. Just a question, how is Safex different from other DEXs?
So it's not a decentralized exchange at all. It's the ability to describe a product and set a price and allow someone to interact with the offer. So let's say you want to sell a teacup. So you would take some photos of the teacup, host them somewhere, and then put the links inside your description. And you would then put a price, and then in a transaction, send that to the blockchain. Then another person with the wallet that has the marketplace interface will pull that. Let's say they search teacups, and then they will pull this offer. You can read the price, send the coins there, and now you're engaged with that offer. And then you either you didn't get the goods and you say this is a bad seller, or you actually got the goods and you can give them a upvote and you got the product, and life goes on. So that's literally what it is. Yeah.
So,
Thanks.
I've got a question as well. Could you do are you familiar with Open Bazaar?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yeah. Can you do a comparison on like what do you think are the differences?
So from what I understand is Open Bazaar is a censored platform, and it's pretty much like you can use any basically you build a client with a wallet, and it's kind of like just holding metadata for on a peer-to-peer protocol, something like that. Whereas Safex is literally crypto note with marketplace contract templates inside. You see, like all C++ stuff. Yeah. So that's the difference. Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Sure.
Other questions from the audience? Okay. No other questions? Thank you very much for the presentation.
Thanks. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for listening once again.